Good evening, this is TCN English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ninghui Kim Kongsai. First, the headlines. Kuki-Zo body demands justice for 10 Kuki-Zo volunteers killed by CRPF. Political solution to end Manipur violence. Kotu lifts shutdown on businesses in Kangpokpi district following consensus. Mobile internet suspension extended till 5:15 p.m. of December 7. News in detail. As the Kuki-Zo body have paid their final tribute to 12 martyrs, including 10 volunteers killed by CRPF, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum (ITLF) has demanded a judicial inquiry into the incident so that justice is served to them and their families. The forum, a conglomerate of recognized tribes in Lamka, Outer Manipur, also urged the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, to start laying the groundwork for a separate administration for the Kuki-Zo people under the aegis of the Indian Constitution so that they can live a life free of discriminations and subjugation. In a memorandum submitted to Union Home Minister Amit Shah through D.C. Champur on Thursday, ITLF reminded the central government that it has been 19 months since the outbreak of ethnic conflict in Manipur, with no signs of a return to normalcy, and the minority of Kuki-Zo community continuing to suffer at the hands of Meitei militants, the criminal state government, and now at the hands of Central Reserve Police Force (CRPF). It is no secret that its spate of violence in the past year started with unprovoked attacks on tribals for reasons best known to state government, which is supporting Meitei militants who openly fled, looted weapons in the streets of the capital, and used them to attack tribal villages, said ITLF. The latest round of violence was started with the burning of Zaran village in Jiribam district, and the horrific murder of a 31-year-old tribal woman has resulted in the death of 13 Kuki-Zo people. What makes this episode more worrying for the minority community is that 10 tribals were killed by the CRPF, which was supposed to act as a neutral force. The post-mortem report of the deceased clearly showed that the men were shot from the back, proving that they were not engaged in a gunfight with security forces when they were gunned down. They were most likely ambushed or murdered after being captured. Also, all of them were shot multiple times. Some had more than a dozen bullet wounds, mostly entering from their back, raising further questions about the moral and ethical conduct of the paramilitary forces in using such excessive lethal force. 4 of the bodies were also desecrated with its missing an eye, indicating that they were gutted out. The Kuki-Zo body asks, what prompted the CRPF personnel to mutilate the bodies? The tribal body alleges that, in contrast to the atrocities killing of Kuki-Zo volunteers by CRPF with the burning of Zaran village just a few days before, wherein Meitei militants brutally killed the mother of 3 children, the CRPF personnel who were stationed nearby refused to come out of their cane and failed to fire a single shot to thwart the assailants, even though the attack lasted for over an hour. The memorandum signed by Pagin Haokip, Chairman ITLF, and Moan Tombing, Secretary ITLF, stated that it was a realization of the Kuki-Zo people's worst fears over the replacement of the Assam Rifles with the CRPF, which took place following demands made by the Meiteis, one of the communities involved in the conflict. There are many Meitei officers in the CRPF, and we have repeatedly stressed our concern over the CRPF being deployed as a neutral force, it said. The ITLF also stated that claims of security forces where the 10 volunteers were military and they died while attacking Borobakra police stations and a nearby CRPF camp were blatantly false. The men and the entire Kuki-Zo community had nothing to gain and everything to lose from attacking central security forces. We have repeatedly stressed that we would never attack central forces and have been demanding President's rule since the beginning of the conflict so that security forces can better enforce peace. It is the Meitei community that has consistently opposed President's rule, it said. None of the victims were militants, as claimed by the police. One was a painter, another was a computer store owner, and the rest were Malaysians who were construction sites when not being on duty at the front lines. In light of the available facts, ITLF demands a judicial inquiry into the death of 10 Kukizo volunteers so that justice is served to them and their families. The memorandum submitted to MHA also noted that the men were out on patrol to protect their fellow tribals because of the attack on Zairon village by Meitei gunmen, a duty that the CRPF was supposed to perform but failed. In fact, this has been a recurring theme throughout the conflict, that the state, which is supposed to protect its citizens and enforce peace under the terms of the country's social contract as a functioning democracy, has failed to perform its basic duty for the past 19 months, forcing normal citizens to procure arms with whatever little money they have and use it to defend themselves. ITLF also asks CRPF that it should remind its men on the ground of its purpose and act as a neutral force from now on, and stand firm against the designs and actions of the communal state government and sections of the majority community that are trying to carry out genocide against the minority Kukizo tribes. As for the path to lasting peace, Kukizo body asserted, a military enforced tranquility cannot bring permanent normalcy to a state that is now physically divided by buffer zones. A political solution that will ensure physical safety and dignity for all citizens is the only way forward. The Committee on Tribal Unity has declared the lifting of shutdown on business establishment in Cedar Hills, Kangpokpi district. The suspensions of the shutdown will come into effect at midnight, following a consensus reached after extensive deliberations with civil society groups and a high-level dialogue with the Center Deputy Director General of Police, DGP of Manipur. The decisions align with a public appeal issued by the Manipur government on December 3, which urged for the restorations of public vehicular movement on critical routes including Imphal to Kangpokpi to Senapati and Imphal to Bishnupur to Cherachampur. Go-to spokesperson NG Lun Kipgen extended heartfelt gratitude to public for their solidarity and resilience during what he described as tumultuous times. He emphasized that the shutdown served as a crucial platform for voicing the Kukizo community's grievances and underscores Go-to's commitment to safeguarding their rights and dignity. The discussions with the DGP were lengthy but productive, Kipgen's remark, noting the progress made in addressing the concern of Kukizo community. He appealed to community members to remain united and steadfast in their support for the movement toward a separate administration. The shutdown, which has severely impacted economic activities in the region, was initially enforced to highlight the community's dissatisfaction and praise for immediate action. Go-to had previously warned of escalating protests should the government fail to reconsider its decision to resume public vehicular movement along the affected routes.
As per the lengthy and yet fruitful discussion that we had with the center appointee DGP over the partition state government order on resumption of public vehicular movement plying through NH2, the Committee on Tribal Unity is pleased to inform the general public that there would be lifting of shutdown within the highway, which incidentally ends tonight at midnight.
With businesses poised to resume operations, Go-to has reaffirmed its dedication to the broader cause and our continued vigilance as the community strives for lasting solutions. The Manipur government has extended the ban on internet services in 9 violence-affected districts for another 2 days. Mobile internet and mobile data services, including VSATs and VPN services, will be banned in these jurisdictions until 5:15 p.m. on 7/12/2024. It may be noted that the Home Department, Government of Manipur, citing the prevailing law and order, has banned mobile internet and mobile data services in the territorial jurisdictions of Imphal West, Imphal East, Bishnupur, Thoubal, Kakching, Kangpokpi, Churachandpur, Ziribam, and Persol districts since 23/11/2024. Whereas state government, after prevailing the law and order situations and its correlations with the general operations of internet services, decided to continue the temporary suspensions of mobile internet and mobile data services, including VSATs and VPN services, the order reads. The order warns that anyone found guilty of violating the order will be liable for legal action. The Manipur Police and the Central Reserve Police Force CRPF launched a joint operations leading to the arrest of 3 cadres of proscribed outfit Kangleipak Communist Party People's Work Group in Imphal West, Phaying on December 5. From the procession, the security personnel seized one country-made 9mm pistol with 4 live rounds, following further search at their hideouts at Kangsup. Other incriminating items like the man-later workshop for making illegal arms were recovered. As per the police, the individuals were involved in extortion activities. The arrested individuals were identified as Laisram Kansit Singh, 36, MD Abdul Matalif, 37, and Laisram Langamba Meitei, 28. Earlier, in a separate operation, the Manipur Police arrested 4 members of proscribed outfit Kangleipak Communist Party People's Work Group from Kakching district. The individuals were arrested for their alleged involvement in extortions and possessions of illegal arms, according to an official statement on December 4. The India Bloc Manipur has submitted a memorandum to Prime Minister Narendra Modi inviting him to visit Manipur before the end of this year. The unit also raised 3 key demands. In its memorandum, the team, led by KSH Santa Singh, convener of the India Bloc Manipur, and K. Samikachandra Singh, president of Manipur Congress, stated that the people of the state have been waiting for PM Modi's visit since May 3, 2023, to express their concerns and voice of helplessness. As you are also aware that the turmoil has devastated the entire state, with nearly a lakh of human populations being internally displaced and hundreds of people's lives being taken away, leaving the entire state into complete chaos, the panel stated in the memorandum. The party also informed that the continued violence in the state has further escalated the turmoil with unprecedented pain, trauma, fear, and complete helplessness among the people of Manipur. The India Bloc put forth 3 key demands in order to restore peace and normalcy in Manipur. First, PM Modi's visit in Manipur before 2024 ends. Second, it was suggested that if a visit to Manipur before the end of 2024 is not possible, an invitation be extended to all political parties from Manipur to meet at the office or official residence in New Delhi. Third, it was also stated that the Prime Minister's direct involvement is crucial. Prime Minister's direct involvement is crucial, as proactive engagement with the people of Manipur is seen as the key to bringing peace and normalcy to the state. We therefore humbly plead for your visit in the state at the earliest, as your visit, for the sake of humanity, will be of great strength in restoring peace and normalcy in Manipur. The people of Manipur are longing to meet you on the soil of Manipur, the team stated on behalf of the people of Manipur and also on behalf of the India Bloc Manipur. At least 20 civil society organizations and student bodies from Imphal Valley has announced plan to hold a rally in Delhi on December 22, aiming to promote reconciliations in conflict-ridden Manipur. In a joint statement issued on December 5, Groups including the Committee of Peaceful Coexistence Manipur, Federal Students Organizations Kanglei Pak, Manipuri Students Federations, and Imwagi Meira revealed their decision to organize a 50-member delegation. These delegations, representing various communities, intends to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi to present their concerns and demands. The rally theme, Peace and Coexistence, underscores the organization's commitment to fostering harmony and charting a path toward lasting peace in the state. The decision emerged following a meeting where the group collectively resolved to work towards reconciliation and a peaceful future for Manipur. The Tribal Youth Council Manipur General Headquarters has submitted an appeal to Director of Tribal Research Institute TRI regarding the prolonged closure of the TRI office in Chingmairong, Imphal. The office has remained non-functional since ethnic clashes broke out in Manipur on May 3, 2023, despite most other government offices in the state resuming operations in early 2024. In the appeal submitted on December 5, TYCM highlighted the disruptions caused by the continued closure of the TRI office. Currently, the director and staff are operating from the Directorate of Tribal Affairs and Hills, Manipur, a temporary arrangement that has significantly hampered the institute's core responsibilities. This has raised concern among tribal communities who depend on TRI for essential services and support. The TYCM has expressed urgency in resolving the matter, emphasizing that normal office operations must resume at Chingmairong locations without further delay. The organization stressed that all staff, including the director, should perform their duties from the designated TRI office to restore trust in the institutions and alleviate the inconveniences faced by the tribal population. The Assam government has banned the consumption and serving of beef across the state, including in hotels, restaurants, social gatherings, and public spaces. This decision was announced by Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma after the weekly meeting of the State Cabinet on Wednesday. Addressing the Cabinet's decision through a video conference from Delhi, Chief Minister Himanta explained that 2 years ago, beef was prohibited within a 5-kilometer radius of religious places like temples and monasteries in the state, which has been successful. Building on this success, the government decided to extend the ban to cover the entire state. From now on, the ban on beef will be applicable everywhere in Assam, Dr. Sarma stated. He added that those who violate the ban will face penalties, including imprisonment. Seven MBBS students of Dr. Yashwant Singh Parmar Government Medical College Nahant in Himachal Pradesh, Sirmaur district were suspended for 3 months and fined ₹75,000 each after being found guilty of raiding their juniors. The students will also be barred from participating in any regional, national or international sports or cultural events, the college authorities said. The DLA's incident took place on November 26 and an anti-raising committee meeting held on December 2 under the chairmanship of Dr. Rajiv Tuli. The principal decided to suspend the students. The suspension period came into effect from Wednesday after an anonymous complaint. The Institutional Inquiry Committee found 7 students of second-year MBBS 2023 batch involved in the raiding of their juniors on November 26, 2024. These students behaved brutally with their juniors and took them to private accommodations and made them to stand for a long period, used abusive language, and made them to complain academic assignments. A statement issued by Tuli's office said, adding that the students did not do any physical harm to the juniors. And officials at the principal's office say that in 2022 to 23, a raising incident had come to light at the college. At the time, 5 students were suspended for 45 days. This time, we enhanced the suspension period to 3 months, 90 days, to give a strict signal to the students. The family members of those found guilty and punished were informed about their misconduct, the official added. According to officials and locals, it has been reported that the 100th anniversary of Christian mission in Paletwa Township, Jin State, will be celebrated on January 4 to 5, 2025. The official stated that Christianity was introduced in Paletwa Township in 1925, and the upcoming celebration marks a significant milestone. The event is expected to be held in both Paletwa and Yangon. Locals have reported that the two-day celebration will take place at the Kulmi Ethnic Culture Museum in Rikar Ward, Paletwa. The theme of the centenary festival is the Eternal Lord's Marriage Period, and even officials mentioned that the celebration will be a significant event with an expected attendance of over 2,000 people. The official also stated that the expenses for the event, estimated at 1,000 lakh, have been delayed due to theme being a wedding period. It has also been reported that the majority of the locals in Paletwa Township are Christians, with a smaller Buddhist population. Two kindergarten students remain in critical but stable condition after they were wounded in a shooting at a small Christian school north of Sacramento, authorities said on Thursday. The boys, 6-year-old Roman Mendez and 5-year-old Elias Wolford, are being treated at a local hospital and have a very long road ahead of them in terms of recovery, Butte County Sheriff Corhonia said at a Thursday news conference. Mendez sustained 2 gunshot wounds and Wolford was shot once in the abdomen, the sheriff said. Both boys suffered internal injuries and will undergo a number of surgeries, he added. The suspect named by authorities Thursday as 56 years old, Glenn Leeton, was found dead at the scene from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The FBI is assisting with the investigations. The attack at a Feeder River Adventist school in Oroville, Northern California, is another example of the scores of gun violence on American campuses, with at least 78 school shootings recorded so far this year in the United States. Guns are the leading cause of death for children in the U.S. As students huddled in the school gym Wednesday, just feet away from the shooter standing outside, one student says she tried to keep the others calm by sharing words of encouragement. I told the kindergartners to take deep breath and just think of something happy. 6th grader Jocelyn Orlando told CNN, affiliate KOVR. I told the little graders to close their eyes and cover their ears because he was passing back and forth from the window. Feeder River Adventist School is a private school that serves kindergarten through 8th grade and has an enrollment of about 35 students, according to Sheriff. The school is affiliated with the Seventh-day Adventist Church, part of Protestant Christian denominations whose followers believe the Bible is the infallible Word of God and in the second coming of Christ. Followers worship on Saturdays and promote a healthy lifestyle. In a statement, a communications director with the Northern California Conference of Seventh-day Adventists said that they were deeply saddened by the incident. Join us as we lift up these children and their families in prayer, the statement said. We are grateful for the brave officers of the Butte County Sheriff's Department who acted quickly to protect our students. The Coast Guards of India and Pakistan joined hands to save the lives of 12 Indian fishermen who were left adrift after their vessels sank in the sea. Pakistan also deployed its air agents. The crew member of the Sunkan India mechanized sailing vessel MSV AI Pirampir were rescued from the North Arabian Sea, the Indian Coast Guard ICG said in a statement on Thursday. AI Pirampir had departed from Port Bandar and was en route to Bandar Abbas, Iran. It reportedly sank in the early hours of December 4 due to rough seas and flooding. This humanitarian search and rescue mission was marked by close collaborations between the Indian Coast Guard and Pakistan Maritime Security Agency (MSA), with both nations' maritime rescue coordination centers (MRCCs) maintaining continuous communication throughout the operation, the ICG added. The 12 crew members who had abandoned their vessel and taken refuge in a small dinghy were located and rescued approximately 270 km west of Dorka, within Pakistan's search and rescue region. The search for survivors was supported by a Pakistan MSA aircraft and the merchant ship MV Cosco Glory. The operation was launched after a distress call was received by ICG's Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, MRCC Mumbai, which promptly alerted ICG Regional Headquarters Northwest in Gandhinagar. ICG ship Sartak was immediately diverted to reported locations. MRCC Pakistan was also contacted to alert mariners in the area, and their assistance was swiftly provided, said the ICG. ICG's Sartak, deployed for forward area patrolling, proceeded at maximum speed to the probable locations and conducted an extensive search operations. The rescue crew members were examined by the medical team on board ICG's Sartak and were reported to be in good health. They are being transported back to Porbandar Harbour, Gujarat. The Indian Coast Guard has once again demonstrated its dedication to protecting lives at sea, living up to its motto, Vayam Rakshama, or we protect. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.